Welcome to the seventh lecture of our basic data analysis with Excel series. As always, I'm really excited and we're going to work with a new data set this time. There's something new that we'll be learning and there's something important that we'll be learning. So hang on, because in this chapter, this lecture, we'll be working with multiple sheets together. And if you miss only one thing in the middle, you're going to have a really tough time while working with multiple worksheets later. And before we actually jump into this, I will explain what the dataset is as well. And before we actually go ahead and we do anything else, let me explain you the agenda of this YouTube channel. We want education to be available to each and every individual. And for those kids who are not able to get the education but they are really in need of, with every 100 subscribers, we are going to curb the situation with one kid, right? So I hope you like our YouTube channel and you subscribe it and you share it with as many friends as possible so that we can achieve our goal. Before working with this data set, let me give you just about this. You might laugh at it, but it is actually the prices of avocados, right? So 1 kg avocados are costing us $1.33 right now. Okay, so these are the volume, the number of avocados traded. This is some random information we have no information about. This as well, 4770 as well, and the total number of bags bought, the small bags and the large bags. Now extra large bags are here, and type, what is the type of order that we have? It can be a bulk order or a conventional order. There is a year and the region. Right, so we have multiple regions attached. So we'll work with the same data set later as well, but for now let's try working on with multiple sheets. To work on with multiple sheets, you need to click on control plus use mouse. So once I'm clicking on control key, I'm going to select 18, 17, 16 and 2015 as well. So this is the price of avocado in all of these years across some dates, and we need to work on with all the sheets. So before we actually go in and jump into, you can see all of these sheets have a similar pattern. Average price, total volume, these three random variables and these headers, right? And we want to work on with all of them together. So we'll select all of them. And the first thing we would like to do is delete information we don't want. So we'll delete these three columns. And how did I do that? I'll do it again. I selected everything using my mouse, right click and delete. And then I don't want to see the year because it is already it is already evident from the sheet name that the data set is all about 2015. So I would like to delete this as well, and I would like to delete column A because there is no use of information at that point. Apart from that, there are a couple of things that we need to see. So there's the average price per kg, total volume, total bags, small bags, large bags and extra large bags. If you see the sum of small bags and large bags, as you can see on this list, it is equal to the total bags, right? So extra large bags will be total bags minus small bags minus large bags. Does it make sense? Because total bags will have small bags, large bags and extra large bags. So if I say total bags is equal to small bag plus large bag plus extra large bag. Now to reverse the equation, it will become total bag minus small bag minus large bag equal to extra large bag. Correct? Extra large bag. Right, so we can write this as total bags minus small bag and minus large bags. We're still getting a 0 here, but wherever required, I think we'll be able to get a certain value. Okay, there are a couple of things which are working here, but these are very small numbers, so we'll make them in number format so that it is all easy for us to see. Those figures which were there, they were like very small decimal differences which might not copy together or tally together with small bags and total bags and large bags. But nevertheless, before we actually jump into and we use all of these functions, the first thing that we want to understand, I will go back a couple of steps, right? This is what we had and we deleted all the columns. The first thing that I want to see is that the function is actually applied to all of these cells, and whatever I wrote here, these total bags equal to equation is also copied in all the sheets. So you need to see that whenever we are selecting all the sheets together, whatever we'll do in a particular sheet will be done in all the sheets together, right? There is no exception. So if I'm working with 2015 sheet, that is the main sheet highlighted in green, I can, if I write a formula here, the formula that we learned just now, it will be copy pasted in all of these sheets as well. So if I'm writing, let's say, equal to total bags minus small bags minus large bags, click on OK, and I want this entire array to be a number format, and I want this to be filled down. I will use Control Shift down arrow, then Control D to fill everything below, and you can see all these are now formulas, and whenever I will go to any other sheet, it will be a formula. I don't have to do anything by myself, right? And you can see all of this will actually tally now. 9504.34, this is tallying to total bags entire figure, right? So you can see how if we are working with multiple sheets which are like somewhat similar, and if you want to do something which is common to all of these sheets, what we can easily do, we can actually select all of these sheets and we can just go ahead and we can apply the formula, right? And it will be done in all of these sheets together. We don't need to do it again and again for all the sheets, right? Now you might say why this is really important, but the thing is, whenever you are working with Excel, the data sets that you will be receiving from your company will be such, right? You will be receiving multiple workbooks with multiple worksheets, and it is our duty to understand how we can work with all of them together, right? So right now we saw how to enter a data, right, based on the sheet where we are working right now. But what if you wanted to get the information from 2016 in 2015? How will you do it at that time? So let's say I will give proper space here. This is 15/25 2015. How many figures do we have here? We have 2808 transactions, and in this we have 2809 transactions, right? So let's say that I want to compare the average between 2015 and 2016, and I want to see if the prices in 2016, the average price was higher as compared to the average price in 2016, right? And the way I will be able to do it, let's say 2016 price is 40, right? And 2015 price is 30, right? And if I want to see, how many, how much is the difference between the average of 2015 and 16, all I have to do is just subtract these. These are very basic, but I have to tell you this because while you are working with Excel, you might be confused with how the formulas are being implemented, right? So I'll just put it here for some time. And what I want to do, instead of doing a comparison with average, I want to check with total volume, right? So I'm not taking care of these dates because dates can vary, right? I'll just try it out once. 1/3/2016, and we have all of these together. What do we have here? We have 1/4/2016, right? So dates are not tallying together. That's why we cannot compare all of them right away, right? Although that would have been appreciated if we had dates which were like tallying. But this is a data set that we have received, so we don't have a choice. In this we have 1/1. Again, we don't have a choice here as well. Here we have 1/4 though. Let's see if we have 11, 18, 2/1 and 3/25, 2018, 3. Yeah, there's a lot of differences between these data sets, so we cannot really compare them right away. But for the sake of this example, just remember that these dates are same. Just assume that all of these dates are same, and we want to compare the volume on day-to-day basis. So this is day 1, this is day 2, right? So all of these days are equal for us, because once we say the dates, they can be different, but the trading day are same, right? What do I mean by trading day? This is the first day. Okay, I'll go a couple of steps back. Yeah, this is the first day in 2015 when things were getting traded. This is the first date in 2016 when things were getting traded, right? So we need to think of that perspective, that we are comparing day 1 with day 1. That is day 1 of 2015 with day 1 of 2016 together. So if I'm sorting all of this together, and what we really want to do is we want total volume of 2016. And if I want to get total volume of 2016, I don't have to do Control C and Control V. I can directly go to 2016 sheet, and now you can see my main sheet is shifted from 15 to 16, right? And once I do that, you can also see this new symbol coming up here, where 2016, the name is written in quotes and an exclamatory sign is written here. So whenever we have a reference of sheet, the name of the sheet will come in quotes and an exclamatory sign will tell us that okay, then the figure before this exclamatory sign is for a sheet, and we want the total volume. So from 2016 sheet, we are getting the C2 value, and if I'm clicking on enter now, you can see this value will pop up here. So if, let's say, I'm changing the name to, let's say, review, let's see what will happen in 2015. The name changed to review here. We don't want that to happen. We want volumes to be available to us, so we'll keep it like that. And once I fill everything down, you can see what's going to happen. So I'm going to change the format to number, right? And now let's say I want to check the difference, right? Now the difference is quite easy. I can do 16, total volume of 16 minus total volume of 15, and I can see how big of a difference it is. Very, very minute, right? And if I have to make it easier for you to understand, yes, see, now the difference is very, very minute. And while I've selected everything, you can see the maximum difference is only of 4 kgs, and the minimum difference is of 0.28, right? So we can create a bandwidth like this. But the main agenda of this lecture was to learn how to manage multiple worksheets, how to write formulas in multiple worksheets, and we have achieved it. And that's all that we have to take as a learning for this lecture. Although I think we will be using this exact lecture again and again. Not lecture, but this data set again and again, because it seems like a very useful one. We might use it majorly for pivot tables when we are learning for that, because we have a lot of screens in front of us that we can use. For now, this lecture will end here, and if you like this lecture, share it with your friends. If you have any doubts, you can comment below, and I will be happy to reply to all of your doubts. And if you have any doubts which are very, very specific and which needs to be solved in private consultation, you can always mail to me, and I will be happy to reply to all of your doubts there as well. So I hope you like this lecture. I'll see you in the 8th lecture now. Thank you.